accidentally hit live.
It's all right.
So let me throw some music.
Can't play music because that's why I couldn't get into, because I was on my YouTube on my TV and I realized that was the first complaint.
Right.
There we go.
Wrong music. Everything is malfunctioning today.
Yeah, I know.
I am having one of those days.
Get my screen brightness down because this thing's already getting hot.
All right, we're gonna be starting in a few minutes. As soon as this is over, that should buy you some time. Hopefully, buys me enough time because I didn't mean to hit live. Freaking phones. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this.
Smoke it already.
All right, we have no one watching, of course, because they all have better things to do on a Friday night, and they're not a loser like me.
Hey, I got plenty of friends. They're just all in my head. Oh, that's funny.
One person is watching. So welcome to Wacky Friday. We're bringing it back live from here in East Hampton and in Massachusetts, my buddy.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Been a long time. Got some catch. We now have 7 people watching, so
Oh, nice.
we are rolling live. 19. Oh, I like these numbers. Guess we're not the only ones hanging around on a Friday night. Welcome you all to the channel, and I hope you enjoy this stream. I am joined by RC Adventures, and we are just gonna shoot the shit. Type deal. Let me flip that so I can see the comments. Yeah, hello. Hey, what's up? It's just an unscheduled stream. Just propped it on because just want to shoot the shit and talk about things and life and all sorts of things. Catch up with RC Adventures here because I haven't seen him or talked to him or streamed with him in probably 8 months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Right, exactly. So let's start off. Well, man, how was your day?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm looking at your shoulder right now. I can barely see your head. You gotta angle your camera up a little bit. Yeah. There you go. I can sort of see you there. Yeah. We're streaming from our phones, so you guys have to bear with us. And you guys already know I only stream from my phone because I'm too poor and broke to buy all the good fancy equipment that most people can have.
Don't have to
And besides, if I had all that money, I would just want to build some more stuff.
Mhm.
Stuffy stuff. Yeah, it's a Friday. Man. So your Friday was good? Just chill, working on stuff?
Just chipping away
Yeah.
at it, right?
I had work earlier. Obviously it's Friday. So
Mhm.
we steamrolled through that part of the day.
Mhm.
And basically got home. I watched The Accountant because I want to watch The Accountant 2, which is free to watch on Amazon. But I didn't remember ever seeing the first one, so I was like, I need to watch the first one before I watch the second one.
Right.
And then I saw you when you messaged me, and I was like, "Hey, you want to stream? I got some free time. I have to go out here. I had to come out, and you guys don't know because you see just woods behind me, but I'm actually in a building. What's exactly behind me is my truck. It's green screen. We can show you. We can actually show you what's behind me. Hold on here. We'll just switch a Rooney and shut that off, and boom, I'm in a building. For your viewing pleasure, you get to see the rafters above my head. Yeah, it's been a week.
Yeah.
It's I got a lot of things to think about, and it's not been fun. It's been a little bit stressful, a little bit. So I
Take it
might
with a
be
grain of
moving.
salt. Keep pushing forward.
Yeah, well, I might be moving to Tennessee.
Oh.
Bombshell dropped. Boom. No special effects here. Just drop the bombshell.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was just there in December. I have a good friend out there that you will enjoy if you end up out there. He's out by Nashville.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this.
Ah.
Here's the scenario. My uncle wants to sell the house here and move to Tennessee, which leaves me um in a bind if I stay.
Mm.
It
Mm.
leaves me behind if I go because I'm also gonna have to find work again.
Mm-hmm.
I I just don't even know. I have a lot of all my peoples are here, all my friends are here. I have a lot of activities here that I spent a long time building up.
Yeah.
It's and if I wasn't such a great guy and I only cared about myself, it's one thing, but I actually care about all this stuff and it
Mm-hmm.
affects all. So I couldn't tell you what part of Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just it's probably right around wherever Elvis's house is in that city,
That's
somewhere
Memphis.
around that area of Tennessee.
That's not up. That would not be my ideal choice. When I was down there, I got to Knoxville. I didn't go any farther.
It's
Because
bad.
it's like the Wild West. I have friends down there. It's like Springfield here, brother.
Yeah.
I'm not trying
Yeah.
to.
No,
It's
no,
a little. It's not everybody, but it's a little chaotic. There's like
bad
my
homeland. I did
inner,
that homework.
my inner
My
city. It's more down there. Like,
Yeah. I think we're looking more like outside of the city, or he is. I don't know. I just googled kind of the area because the first house he said was like within a mile of Elvis's house, and then I looked up the area and it's like, oh, that's the worst part, and that's the ghetto,
oh
and I'm just sitting there like, um,
shit.
yeah, and I'm a Yankee. Oh boy, this is really gonna be a bad thing.
Hey, question for you.
Sure.
Let me turn up my screen. I think I just made a gafunkel, and I can't pull up my blueprint because I'm with you. Those tabs are wrong, correct?
Tab. What axle's that?
It's a TRX4 portal, but if this is the top, can never see. If this is the top,
That's
those
the top.
these would be wrong, correct? Those should be flipped, but I didn't take those off. So did I put these wrong? Damn it!
It's not looking familiar to me.
I am.
Do I have the same axles on the 6x6, right?
Yeah,
I had
it's a TRX4 portal. Hold on. I got another axle here somewhere. Give me 1 second.
Well, I have the 6x6 right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab something else too because I want to show you something of importance. So I'll have you take a look at yours. Why I grab what we're gonna do our special appearance tonight. I have a little special something to show everybody and you. I think
Cool.
gather some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, I gotta move some stuff to get to that truck.
No, I think I got the axle right here, man. Or the other box over there. Yep.
It's easier for me to look at something in front of me than through a lens.
Yeah. Hold on, it's not here. Dude, I can't even move.
Happy toys. Happy toys.
I can't. I'm so tight.
All right, let me see your axle again.
Oh shit. Dude, this is it's like a corned beef.
Well, in any case, you see mine, right? I can't get any closer than that.
Hold on. Please, I can't even see it. I can't see it. Let me just grab my other one.
Right here. Right here.
I have other set. They're over here.
But to answer your question, yours looks funky. It doesn't look right.
I know it doesn't. It's wrong, and I don't know what. I know something's wrong. I've been up for 3 days, so I think I need a gafunkel.
Those mounts don't come off. They're I think they're permanently infused with the plastic. Why does yours look weird?
No, those do come off.
Then they're upside down.
Yeah.
That's my answer for you.
All right, that's the front axle. Where's my rear axle? Come on.
Yeah. It's so humid. It is so humid.
It's up.
In here.
Oh no. All right. So
it gets even better.
All right.
All the places he's looking at have no garage, no workshop area, no nothing.
All right.
No
So
basement.
the flats go to the top. So okay, it is right. It's right. These flats go to the top. So I have it right. I know I didn't mess it up. All right. Give me a sec. I'm trying to crawl back through.
Oh, you were asking which
I thought I don't know why I was having a breed for I thought this was flipped the wrong way, but I never took these off. And obviously I couldn't put those backwards. You know what I mean? So it was self-explanatory. I'm just tired, like
no, I hear you. It's
I have already done like 3 builds this week.
I haven't done any. I molded a part for armor and I demolded a part. And then I sat there and I've been so stressed out and worried about everything since I got sideswiped with we're moving.
Yeah.
and I'm don't know exactly how to feel about that. I have mixed feelings, and I've been that's one of the reasons I want to talk to you, and I'll do it here on live. I don't care. Like it
Yeah.
shows that I'm actually a human being.
Well, you know what? These types of conversations maybe need to be had openly because maybe somebody that's watching right now has no one to speak to. So you know what? I'm good with that. Let's do it.
All right. So you know like there's a girl that I date.
Yeah.
She's up here, and I have feelings for her.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know, and so there's that. Like I'm gonna break this poor girl's heart if I leave, and I don't know how I feel about that. Can I stay? That's the problem. I don't make enough here in Connecticut to pay for an apartment and all the other things that go with that.
Correct.
So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah,
Like
you don't even. It's not even a choice. You're kind of.
it's survival versus what I want, basically.
Yeah, you either go along with the program or you're out of your own. You're his
Like enough.
caretaker for the most part. You do a lot for him, you know.
Right.
Could you leave him? Yes, but do you want to? But now, what are you going? Tennessee has no work, brother.
That's another problem.
I'm telling you right now. I got people down there that they're just absolutely struggling. No work.
Yeah.
And not even temp agencies.
I'm not. That's another problem. Like, and that's another worry of mine. You see, so like here, I have a stable income. I'm working on a secondary income with the Iron Throne and all that stuff, and that's all tied to people that I know here. But that hasn't kicked off. So trying to launch my own business on top of working 32 hours a week at a machine shop, which treats me very well, and I don't really want to leave there because they treat me respect and good. To have to also leave my cosplay group that I help co-run, and leave all my family and all my friends and all my safeties to being down there to variables that are way out of my control and unknown. And I don't know what to do. I really do I like warm weather? Yes, but not to the point where I'm going to be unemployed. And I'll be honest with you guys, like you know this, but whoever's watching, I might look young, but I'm like 1 year away from turning 50. It's at 50, you don't want to be pushing the reset button on life. And that's basically what I would have to do. And I'm not sure that I really want to do that.
Right.
You know, but I literally would have no place to stay. And I would have to get an apartment, but I don't make enough money. And then you're like, well, that's easy. Just get a third job. I'm like I said, I am 50. My job's very physical. I am worn out by the end of the day. There is no extra energy to dump into another job on top of the job I'm already doing. I already get up at 4:00.
Right.
And then, like you pointed out, he's family. And do I really want? My best hope is that he forgets about the whole thing, but I highly doubt it. This is like going on for a week. It's just been
Escalating.
all into it. It's like, yeah, it's fine. You're retired, but what the heck am I going to do? And what is like, like you said, there's no work. On top of not knowing the area, on top of even if I find work, I'm a Yankee. So they're going to hire their own before they hire a Yankee.
Actually, they're hiring. How do I say that? The people that are willing to work for less money. We'll just say it like that.
Yep.
My buddy's going to tape agencies, and he says he feels like he's in high school getting picked last, and he's wasting 8 hours just waiting, hoping, and then he gets $10, and it's not working. Uber is not working for him because of all the inclement weather. Tennessee is a hopping in town, and you need good weather. His festival stuff, not working out for him.
Oh man, this is just a
I
nightmare.
I did something that I couldn't do, and it ended up going bad. But he's a good man, and I told him not to worry about it. But he had sitting on the shelf that I will present when you are ready.
So I told him I would. I told my uncle when he's ready, take a list of houses. We'll take a ride down. I don't remember ever being to Tennessee, first of all, but he said it's up to me whether I go with him or not. But I'm just, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, and I don't know that anybody would have the right answer unless they're like, because I am close to my uncle. Like, you gotta understand the dynamic there. I'm very close to my uncle. Like, I've been, if he goes down there and I don't, I'll probably never see him again. That's the bottom line. Like I said, if I ever went down there, I probably would never come back north.
Right.
It's just you don't have the funds and the means to travel like that. Like, I mean, he does, but I don't. I don't ask for anything. I pay for all my own stuff in my own way. But to have to fully front a apartment here in Connecticut with what I make, it would. I think to make like another $2,000 on top of the money that I make, and
Correct.
I make like $22 an hour.
Right.
But once the taxes and I have to pay for my own health insurance, and I pay for my own health insurance, and I do all that stuff.
Right. There's nothing left.
It doesn't leave much.
No, it does not.
It would be a hard stretch for me to afford even $1,000 a month apartment on my own, because you figure it's just the roof over your head. It's the power, the electricity, the food, like all that stuff adds up, and a lot of people don't take that into consideration. Oh, just do this. It's like, yeah, it's like it's not as simple as that.
Correct.
I need to be making like $50 an hour here to live the lifestyle I'm used to living. Otherwise, I will literally be eating ramen noodles, which I hate, and swearing and cussing and being miserable. But if I move, I still will be miserable because I'm giving up everything I'm working towards.
Right.
I have a couple of options, but I don't know how viable either one of them are.
Right.
The option one, my local bar has an apartment that nobody wants to rent above the bar. Might be able to get that. I might be able to get that for cheap. But downside of that is I am an old man. I am not going to want to listen to the bar all night when I'm trying to sleep to have rest for work.
Correct.
I'm a grumpy old man at that. I'm the get the hell off my lawn, stupid kids type.
They now understand that more than ever.
Yeah. So there's that. There's that option. The other option, and I haven't talked to her yet. She's working 2 jobs, so I hardly ever see her. And I don't think we're at that point. But would be for me to move in with her and split everything 50-50, and therefore it helps her out, and she don't have to feel like she has to work so much, and it helps me out, and we're together moving forward in the relationship. But that is, I don't know if we're there yet. Like that
could be a real deal breaker. Unfortunately, that can ruin things.
Exactly. And I'd still have to rent a storage area to put all my RCs and stuff away. Because she lives in Meriden, so she rents an apartment. Like, there's no place for any of my stuff. There's still that. Here's the other little problem. When I gave up my apartment, I left my apartment. I got rid of all the furniture. I don't own a single piece of furniture.
Right.
So even if I did get an apartment, I have no way to furnish it.
Right.
Because furniture is freaking expensive for no reason. So, guys, if you guys are watching, this is kind of a heart to heart. This is a therapy session for me. I'm going through some life-changing decisions in my head, and I am sorry it's not more RC related, but I promise we will bring RCs into it.
We are. I'm showing stuff while we're talking.
Yeah. So, like, there is definitely. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I'm in a weird situation. Like, and if I tell everyone, well, I'm sorry, but I have to go. Like, and I get down there and I can't find work, then I'm even more screwed. And like from what you were describing, that there is no work. And I'm definitely not the kind of guy to have the temperament to do either being a waiter or working in a food establishment or Walmart or anything like that. Because if some punk nosed brat gets in my face, I'm going to strangle him.
Right.
And you know me, I'm a big, strong guy. Like, you don't want me strangling you. I will end up in jail.
No, you just you're backed
Because,
into a corner, and that's never a good situation in life.
yeah, it's like, really now? Like, it couldn't have been a year from now. Like, after I've done my first tour with the throne to see how that was working out. Like, no, and it's like that means I have to liquidate everything I own and sell almost everything I own. Like, not my RCs. That's right, guys. You heard it. I am not getting rid of my RCs. Not happening. I might get rid of one or two, but not losing my RCs. I might not be able to ever build again because there's no work in Tennessee. But
I will sell a body part before I get rid of my RCs. That's the last thing I got in life. That's my piece, man.
yeah, exactly.
You can't take that away from you.
I mean, people are like, "Oh, you shouldn't have attachments." It's more than that. These things, a lot of my RCs are custom. You take this thing for example. You were with me live when I built this. This is a lot of blood, sweat, swearing, headaches, me pounding my head against cement walls to build this truck, and reaching out to my good buddy here.
Oh yeah, that there. I had like a 6-hour timeline. Had to get you a blueprint. That was quite complicated.
Yeah,
Especially from your end. But the fact I didn't have my protractor and I had to rely on the trigonometry and finding the missing angle. And basically, how you do that is you measure up a certain distance and over, and it gives you the degree.
Oh yeah,
For people that don't know.
Insane.
You had to give me every measurement, and I had to trust your measurements because I had to draw your frame on a blueprint map and then work off that. It was a task, but it was fun.
Yeah,
and you got a trophy out of it, right?
Yeah, no, the truck took first release. The one and only time I've actually brought it out to a public event. It's supposed to go to Farm Fest with me, but I'm only going one day, and the day that I'm going, they don't have the show and shine.
Mm-hmm.
Part on that day. They're only doing that on Saturday. I'm going on Sunday. Because that's when most of the guys can go, and we're going as a group, which would be a lot more fun than me bringing the damn trophy home, especially if it might be my very last outing with them.
Right.
So, yeah, but yeah, I did get a trophy out of it. This truck is not going anywhere. It's not even 100% finished. There's so many more things I want to do to it. I just never get back to it. like putting a smoke unit in it and a sound system. I mean, those sound like kind of corny things to some people, but to me, this truck is one of those rare RCs that need that little bit of flavor. No, it's not something you would take out. You could take it out on trails. It's designed to do trails, but it's not something you really would take out on the trails. Number one, if it breaks down, God help you, carrying the 2-part truck out, trailer and cab.
Right.
You know, but it is cool. It's not going anywhere. I would not part ways with it. I've had people offer me money for it, and I was like, no. I was like, if you want to get this, you have to offer me some kind of stupid money that I'd be just a fool not to take.
I
Like
shared it
real,
out.
like real car money, you know? We're not
Right.
talking. We're not. That's too much work, too much blood and sweat. 6 months, like, come on.
Right.
So, yeah, that is the huge bombshell that I have dropped, and I've dropped it very publicly. So if you guys see me disappear from radar on YouTube for a while, you kind of figure that I'm going through some crap, and I have to figure out some stuff. And sometimes you just have to step away from everything and take a really hard look and soul search to figure it all out. But I haven't had time to do that yet. I'm very busy this summer.
Yes.
I gotta go to an event tomorrow morning. Not an RC event, friend fair thing, which is why I'm out here. Not exactly sure on what outfit I want to wear, which is unusual for me because I generally have this stuff well thought out, but my head is not exactly in a good place right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I've been down for 16 months. A couple weeks ago, you saw me at my worst breaking point. It has, well, medically, by a doctor's, what a knee should look like. No, it does not look like it should, but it's operational at this point. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to run with it. I will be hitting the trail.
If
I
we
can put
go
I can put my full weight on it, and I even did a slight jaunt, fast-paced walk. I could have sprinted, but we're not going to do that.
no, if we get out and crawl, we won't do anything too intense.
Mm-mm.
Probably soapstone or something. Something closer to your direction that you could probably get to.
If people don't know that have elements, knee problems, copper fit with actual copper, it feels quite strange. It's very warm, but I don't know if this is what fixed me, but this is the only thing I did different. And now I don't even need it.
That's good. Long road to recovery. I've had shoulder problems before where I wasn't even able for like a year to touch a weight, to lift anything.
It was bad where I was in the fetal position, tearing, crying in agony. My mind about to fucking snap because I was at a breaking point. I deal with pain, but this was a whole different level, and I was caught in a tough place because then I had to rely and put my faith and trust in a doctor. And I've had extensive surgeries. I'm very blessed and fortunate that I can even walk and operate. So I always do that as a last resort. Do I advise what I'm doing? No, I don't promote it. I think people should really mental health. This is Mental Health Awareness Month too. We should
is it? So this is a perfect stream for this month.
Yes, I want to make that known. It is mental health awareness, and today is Friday, which is Happy Red Friday. Support our veterans. Gone but never forgotten. 22 a day. Suicide prevention. So I want to talk about that too. Just put that out there.
Yeah, I know you've had people in your family serve. I've had people in my family that served. The people in my family that served are no longer here. They didn't take their own lives or anything, but they lived their lives out. My grandfather served during World War II time, which is a totally different era of warfare. But
Yeah.
still, they did what they had to do to give us the rights and freedoms that what little ones we still have.
We're doing what we're doing right here, right now, because of what they sacrificed and gave up.
All right, exactly.
We have that freedom of what we're doing right here, talking about these hot topics that, as a man, I was always beaten into submission. You bottle it up. You don't discuss it. And I think that's wrong. Should you be a slobby, cried out on the sidewalk? No. Uh, in a situation like this, yes. This is definitely proper, and it should be done more, because there's men out there that feel like they have no one to talk to, or they were ingrained that they're not allowed to.
Right.
And that's not right.
Exactly. The mental, like I tell people all the time, when I end my streams and stuff like that, whatever, find what makes them happy. I don't care if it's overseas or not. I don't even care if it's whatever that puts you in that good mind space and you feel good about, and lets you be happy, and do that.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of things that are stressful, like what I'm going through right now, and then of course a lot more things worse than what I am going through that will cause to bring you down. And believe me, like, I call them demons, and I believe a lot of it is demons. That all of a sudden you are feeling like horrible. The world's beating you up. I mean, you go out in the world, you wake up, and you can come back a completely different mood and everything, just because how hard the world will punch you in the face. So you got to find those activities, or your friends, or whatever it is that makes you happy. Maybe it's as simple as I don't know. Like, for us, a lot of it is RC. For me, uh, with the Renaissance Fair, I always call it my happy place, because when I'm there, I don't think about the world or anything. It takes me away from everything that reminds me of actual things going on in the world. And I dress in Renaissance attire, and to me, I'm just like back in time in King Arthur's times. Like, and nobody talks politics, nobody talks anything. They accept you for who you are. It it is a break, but it could be that. It could be going for a swim. Some people throw themselves in the gym, and that, for whatever period of time, that's what really makes them happy. I used to get me happy about the gym. It doesn't make me happy no more. Period.
Yeah.
I
You got to
feel
do
like
what's right for you. Everyone, we can talk about our individual experiences. I can share what I did. It may not relate to you. It may ring true to you, and you can apply it to how it fits you. But everyone's got to figure it out on their own. And that was a 10-year journey for me. A lot of looking within and sorting, cleaning this out, and forgiveness and whatnot, and accepting,
oh yeah, that we're not perfect, that we're human, that we made mistakes, that we made bad judgment calls.
yeah, but you know what? I don't have to do it again
Right.
if I learn from it.
Exactly. I
I
mean,
never have to do it again. That's
I've
the
done
beauty I
I've
now
done things
understand.
I've done things in my past. I'm sure everybody has, that they're just really not proud of, and they're like, why? What was I thinking? Why did I do that?
Right.
I've done things that hurt people, like,
Yes.
and I'm not the
I got
kind of
it.
guy, like, anybody knows me now. They're like, you hurt people. You're like one of the nicest guys. You accept everyone for everyone. It's like, yeah, well, I was kind of, when in my youth, wasn't exactly the knight in
Correct.
shimmering armor. I had
Right.
chips in my armor, but I've learned not to do those things. Have I been forgiven? Only God can forgive me. The people that I wronged, have they forgiven me? Probably not.
Well, you know what? The past is the past. You can't fix it. You can't change it. Uh, Forgive yourself.
So I actually have forgiven myself.
It's no longer your burden to carry, brother.
Right.
And
Man,
that's a tough pill to swallow.
all these bugs. Man, I feel like
That man ain't gonna judge you. Come on now. You know he ain't about that. You won't be judged.
no. I mean, that's one thing about the RC community. We're gonna come back full circle, like I said. Now we're getting into a little bit of RC talk. RC community is a very accepting community. We don't care like what you've done in your past. We don't care what your political views are or what your sexual desires or whatever preferences. That's the word I was looking for. Are in the RC community. All we care about is going out and enjoying this thing called the small trucks or cars or whatever RC you drive together as a community. And we laugh and we have good times and we don't judge. It's judgment free. And if you're a 300-pound guy getting out there,
the destination, the journey, the camaraderie, the adventure, we don't have to bring those things that in. They don't even come into play because we are enjoying and just enjoying.
Yeah, that's it. It's something that people overlook all the time.
Look, remember how we first met? I'll never forget it.
Yeah, playing with RCs, pretty much.
Yeah, but I had approached you. I was eyeballing you, and I was a little nervous. And you say you're shy, but I don't think you are. I think you're very outgoing. And man, if I didn't make that move, I wouldn't be here with you now.
That is true.
And we've had some beautiful adventures in scenery.
I
don't care if I don't have the pictures. I will always have those memories in my mind. You can never strip those from me.
It's we've been on some good crawls. Definitely. We met. In case you guys don't know, we met at RC Madness, and it's a okay RC shop. Some of you might hate me for saying that, but in my book, it's just an okay RC shop. It could be better. They could, and especially right now, like if they did more with that, and they actually did some, if they would have to invest some hardcore money into making it a little bit better, but they would be the shining star in Connecticut because there isn't really any tracks left but them. But it is. But the RC Madness has an outdoor crawling course. And why is my phone overheating?
Yep, mine too.
Oh, that kind of sucks. It's weather, I think.
I have no idea.
Let me see if I step outside of this building. But yeah, like
all my phones are doing it. It's everyone. So that
I
think it might be the solar.
That's
the solar flares are messing with the.
I can't
magnetic
things normally. I have trouble with all sorts of messaging.
Yes.
Solar flares, but we met at RC Madness, and I was out crawling. You were with your brother.
Yep.
I think you had a crawler and a couple fast things with you.
Yeah, I think I had the rustler, and I had the sledge, and I had one or two crawlers. Something like
that.
So, and Roy
you meet
was there that
people.
day too.
Me and him have been friends now for what, 2 years? Yeah. 2 or 3 years, right?
I never something. I never even calculated. It's been
It's been a while. It's been a while. It's when you find a community that just accepts
your audio cutting in.
People will be like,
yeah, your audio is cutting.
Any better?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to cool the phone down. It's like 20 degrees cooler outside than inside that sweatshop.
Go grab an ice pack or ice cube tray, bag of peas. That's what I'd have to do. Or take the case off it. You might have to.
It's not really dying. Oh,
Yeah, because it's
yeah.
even cutting your audio. Mine's cooking. It's throwing the sensor on the back, but it's not yours. Is oh, you're done.
No, I'm not done. I'm still here.
Oh, you
I'm
can shut
walking
your
through.
camera.
No,
Nice.
I'm outside. I'm
Oh, I
outside.
was gonna say you can shut your camera off. That will cool it, dude.
I probably could.
As long as one of us stays on, I mean.
I probably could. It'll just show my
Yeah, your logo.
my.
I'll tell you. We'll know right away. All right, that's clean.
No, I'm switching buildings, so it's a little cooler here. That building holds heat.
All right, that's all good. That shaft is good. That's good. Oh no.
Hey, so now always available, and this whole thing, like, I won't have a work. That's a huge dampener, guys, on my well-being, because like I'm a creative person, so I'm gonna have to like rent a huge storage facility, which is probably $3,000 million, because everything in this damn state has to cost so much money that no human being can afford anything.
Right. What?
And that just sucks. I mean, I build things like that. There's the throne.
Yeah, that's
I build
that's.
I build things.
Yes, you do.
This suit, like, it's not just RCs, and to like, this is
You,
just, I don't even know. I don't
you
even know.
you you dabble in a little bit of everything. Even what do I call those? Those full figured action. You do that?
Yep. Cosplay.
No, the like when I had GI Joes, but yours are more elaborate. I don't know what to call it. It's what do you call those?
Action figures.
Action
But
figures.
no, I collect stuff. I do a lot of different things.
Hmm. How do I have two? Why am I struggling so? All right, I can't even.
No, so
I gotta get my head out my ass. What is
well,
going on here?
I don't know. I don't know. I really am
I am struggling. I gotta try. I gotta get my other phone. I gotta get my third phone because now I need the blueprint. Because this truck is, you know, I'm getting old, man. I now have to take pictures and notes. I got
yeah.
20 vehicles taken apart, which I've never do that. But I don't have one. I just exploded one of my brother's expensive packs. His brand new ones he runs for his Typhon. Now I ran him in my felony, never had an issue. Ran him in my X Max with the Traxxas controller, and I couldn't get the power out of it. It wasn't communicating. My Fly Sky, I could never get the throttle neutral, so that did work. So I put the DX3 in the Spectrum in it. Oh, it's stellar. I ran it the first time on 25% power, just doing laps, and then I did a heat, and then I checked all the screws and whatnot, and then I bumped it up to 50. and I did a couple. I rolled on the throttle because I need one of those bigger cases, 3D printing cases, because it's open gear right now because I run the mod 1.5s. And then when I went back the next weekend, I recharged the batteries, and I put it up at 100, but I never wide opened it, and I detuned it. Like, it's at level 3 punch, like, and it's just silly. But I was never aware there is a 10% difference with batteries, and there is something called nominal voltage.
I've never heard
So,
of that.
correct. So, it's gonna be really messed up, because remember how they tell us 3.2 per cell?
Yeah.
Well, that's not right, because 3.2, 3.2, 3.2, 369. Well, that don't work. It's 3.7. The real number should be 4.2 for 12 cell, and a 12 cell should actually charge above 12.5, believe it or not. Right. So we were misinformed, or I was, at least. I was not getting the full.
I never dove into it that deep.
Well, I did, because I just destroyed $100 set of packs.
Yeah, that hurts.
They weren't mine. That's the worst part.
That's one of the reasons why I don't run my fast stuff, my bigger stuff anymore. Is that those
They shouldn't have done that, though.
They're too much. They're too much money now. Everything's gotten. It's all this.
Yeah, I drove it once. It didn't even hot rod it, and it just cost me over $100, and I don't have it. I don't have it. I'm here. I'm pulling seals out of bearings and washing them with cotton oil and compressed air, and then drying them out and cleaning the bearings and packing them with grease. I can't even afford bearings. Do you think I really want to be pulling seals out? I've done it my whole life because I know how to do it, but that's, bearings are like pretty cheap. It's doable. You can do this. I have bearings that are 10 years old because I can do this. But it's very time consuming too.
Right, exactly. And you got tedious. Tedious is the word. Like,
I had 20 vehicles and 18 of them are broke.
That's crazy.
So
what do you want to? You wanted to share something with everybody.
Yes.
Before our phones die.
I'm good on my part. I'm good over here. So it would be you at this point. Mine is.
I came out here because it's cooler. I don't know how much it's cooled down.
Well, I don't know, but I can hear you.
It's still really hot to my touch.
You got a brick you can set it on? Something cold?
No, not out here.
Yeah, I pull your case off or ice pack it. That's what I do.
I don't have a case. This phone's junk. That's the problem.
It don't even have a case. Wow. No, that thing is beautiful.
In case you didn't see the throne.
Oh, I did. I spent like 4 hours watching a bunch of your videos all day today. It took me like 4 or 5 hours. I didn't even get home. No, it's on your end. I shouldn't be freezing. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not hot. So
yeah.
I'm burning a lot of battery, but I'm not hot at the same time. All right. So let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's get to
Oh, you came unfrozen, so
7.
I think you should
Yeah.
show what you need to do before we die.
All right. So we are doing the original Pro frame rails that I have left over. This is just a mock-up axial skid. I'm doing a too low. It's 3.07, which is 78 millimeter width, because I'm running a Pro motor. It's going to be here's the front of the frame. I'm going to do a forward-facing too low transmission, 30% overdrive on portal. Sorry, the Pro axles. We're doing a BTA Pro. I'm going to run these offset red rims. BTA. I got a bigger servo. I got a, oh no, sorry, this is the 45 kg. So these are all rebuilt. Axial really came through. They sent me everything. Housings. The only thing they didn't send was the metal tubes in Greece.
Yeah, metal
I
tubes are
sent
considered upgrade anyhow.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with the tubes.
Right.
So we're going to run these. I'm going as fast as I can, brother. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, I threw my t-shirt over. Oh, and I just threw that. Okay, so this is the frame we'll be running. Just a standard Pro frame.
Yeah,
Actually,
I have one on my shelf.
they're actually. Oh, really? We'll talk about that later.
I have the carbon fiber one sitting on my shelf.
Oh, carbon? Yeah, I don't do carbon. I could use that. We'll talk about that later. So that's what that is. And this body was provided for me. He masked it out and whatnot and cut it, blah, blah, blah. There's some Sharpie on it. It's not cracked. There's one little spot where it's got to be repaired, whatever. I didn't pay for it. It was gifted to me.
That's all right. It looks like a decent body.
Yeah, it's the JC Concept Creeper.
Okay.
Power Wagon Creeper. That's what it came up as. Like
Yeah,
like
they have another one that's like longer nosed and a lot more squished that I was interested called I don't know, but I went with something else. I went with
maybe this isn't the Creeper. Maybe I thought it was. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Neither here nor there. So we're gonna do something like that, and due to the body and the other part I'm about to show, I got to position this a certain way, obviously, and you'll see why. In the front, because I'm running these big bad boys, and those came off my Vanquish, so I'm going to be running extended out, and so I don't have to cut anything. So I'm just going to extend the front out, and I'll run the.
That should be all right because then your wheels are first contact on rock.
Correct. Whether I'm going to run a bumper or not, I do have a bumper. I don't know if I'm going to run it. But so I'm going to be building. This was also created for me and given to me. It's a 3D printed headache rack. Nice. And it does have downrigger supports that I haven't attached yet. It's really not. This side is, but it goes against the cab. This side, the end fills actually quite well. This is actually quite well. The bottom side, it's got some heinous marks, but whatever. It is what it is, right? So basically what we're going to do, it doesn't have to be on the frame. It's just too difficult. So I'm actually going to run this. I'm going to run it down a little bit because if I run it up here where it's supposed to be, it sits too high in the frame rail. Because technically this was designed. This was designed for your Red Cat or a Gen 7. No, the Fusion.
Fusion?
The one you have. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Fusion. Hey, yeah, I used to have a Gen 7. I got rid of it.
That's he has a Gen 7, but it went to his the one you have, the carbon fiber one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop it down a little bit because I'm going to put a little tiny light bar here. So it will take up this goofy little gap. Now, what I'm going to do is they normally want this fixed mounted. That's not going to work for me. So I'm going to treat it like a Vanquish Phoenix. So I've already started designing brace work and whatnot. I'm going to attach this permanently, just like a Vanquish. Yep. And it's going to be all structural. So it'll be pinned here. This is going to be bolted. This will be bolted together with bracing all across. And yeah. And then I was gonna pin it through here, but then the back of the bed's just gonna be floating around, and there is holes, but I don't want to be screwing in and out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a frame support, and I'm gonna attach a pin like a Vanquish, and because it's high up in the frame like my Vanquish, the pin can go underneath and it won't be catching. So I'll have one pin in the back here, blind. This will all be structurally together. And I'm going to put, unfortunately, I'm going to have to put a grommet. I'm going to have to cut a hole in the body, put a grommet. Oh, no, I don't have to do that anymore. I figured out I was able to get the battery. I have the battery, but I'm not going to open it. I am actually, as of right now, I don't have the transmission, but I'm going to get the battery right here. It's just going to fucking clear.
Nice.
And it's a full-size pack. So
plenty of run.
What's that?
Plenty of runtime then.
Yeah, it's going to be my 3S5200s that I run in all my stuff. 660C Hovo. So yeah, that's where we're at. And I can't run the shocks I want to because what's happening is when I roll to the last hole, the stock GTS off the Sport are 95s or 90s something, or 110. I think they're 90s, 95s. I think they're too short. So the steering link is wanting to hit the frame rail. So I went up to 110s, which they are like, so, because normally, I like to run, forget Desert Lizards. You know where these go?
Yeah. There's some people in my group that go crawling regularly swear by those things. I never. No.
Okay. I love them. I love how tunable they are. I have one shock that no matter what I do, the E-clip always pops off. So I'm going to have to buy a new nitrate shaft and hope that's a problem. But I even went to the extent of, instead of an E-clip, I put a snap ring and it still pops every time. So I think the groove is machined wrong. That's my biggest complaint. They don't leak. I don't like the pivot balls because you got to run special screws. So these are no springs, just heavy. There's only a little bit of oil, but it's going to be heavyweight oil. And my two little O-rings that I do is bump stops with my rubber bands because I run 100%. But these are going to be my fronts because I was going to run the Vanquish, or I wanted the piggyback Pro Springs because I like that little. But This is 80. It's all I had, but see, you can see the length difference. So,
yeah, it's a big difference.
Yeah, it's this is 80 or 85, so this is 100 or 110, roughly. So simply by doing this, I'll be able to roll it all the way back, and I'm gonna have 3/16 of clearance. So that all fundamentally worked out. And then so that's that, and then we have this here.
I'm walking back over to the other building, so like
Yeah, it's
dark
fine.
for a minute.
There's nobody here. I gotta blow my nose in. The air conditioner's got me. Let me turn my screen brightness down because I'm getting hot.
Getting hot.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Well,
And then I have a few more things I want to show. What's that?
it's not always sunny here, I should say.
Okay. So
I did a good job on insulating this building. I'll tell you that much. If it's like very much a lot warmer in here than it probably should be. Yeah, I'm dropping stuff, which is always not nice.
So this was also in the care package that was given to me. I can't even tell where I am. So this guy was.
That's cool. It's a skull.
Yeah. So it's it's like a. I can't tell. Can you see that? Because the light's blinding me, but I can't tell if you can see.
Yeah, I can see it.
There used to be a thing where I could turn. I'll do that real quick.
It's not a magnet. It's like a double-sided stick tape thing.
I don't know. I didn't open it. We can open it.
I don't know if you want to open it because if
don't.
it is a double-sided stick
It
thing,
is. There's the tape right there. So it's a 3M tape. So we got that, and then he did some pumpkin stickers for me.
Nice.
These were just they were just his designs. He just threw them in.
Right.
So they're cool. And then I don't know. Can I show that? It's a sticker. I'll just cover it. So we know what that is.
Yeah.
And we'll just do that. We know what that is.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, because I don't know.
We all know who's watching.
Yeah, it's a sticker, but we'll just do it like that. So we're covered. So there's that one. And then we got another Peter Pumpkin Eater. And then these are the downrigger supports. And then, we got a whole sticker pack there. I'm not going to go through it all, but there's that.
That's awesome. That's a good care package.
Yes, most definitely.
I will have to figure out, like, if I do actually have to freaking move, I have to figure out some stuff. I mean, first of all, I have to sell my truck, which is not even that big deal. Not an RC truck, my actual truck. Not that big deal. I can make money on that.
I get it, but still.
Like the jet ski has to go. Like, there's no place. What am I gonna do with a jet ski in Tennessee? Nothing. So, and that's if it comes to that. If it comes down to that, and I'm still don't know. Like I said, my uncle went on a Vegas kick for a long time, and that never kind of manifested. But the thing that's different this time is he actually contact realtors and things.
Oh,
So it is something I have to keep in the back of my head, which is not a good thing.
do you think that's enough drive shafts?
Yeah, you think?
Oh. Yeah,
I'm
that's my brother. I have so many spares. My brother, he just loves taking them out. They're good. They're plastic. There's nothing wrong with them. But I now run.
Hold
I now
on.
run these. They're like a deluxe, but they are not a deluxe. I want to be quite truthful about that. They're an Amazon special. They're a 70-degree high angle. And these are 2 years old. You can see that the pin's getting a little beat up. But that's after 2 years of very, very hard use, no slipper clutch.
Right.
But they're great. They're cut to length, and they're like $25. And I got in 2 years, and these weren't even mine. My brother drove on them, so that's why they're tore up. Let's be for real. We know how he rolls.
Hey, neither one of you guys have been doing much RCing this year. I honestly haven't been out that much.
He got hurt twice. He severed this.
Yeah, I
He
remember
severed this
that.
one, and then this one at home. He was driving back, just trying to get home, and somehow his hand. He was so tired trying to get it in, and he had mail in his hand, and his finger totally closed in the door. Yeah.
Well, it's been a crazy, crazy, crazy year.
Mm.
We're just starting to feel summer. It's just starting to feel like summer. But this rain, I haven't gotten out. Like, I haven't done anything really cool. Like, I want to say I went crawling twice this year. Twice.
Right.
This weather, I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah. I physically could. I wasn't capable,
Right.
and
But
now that I'm
guys are always like,
capable,
"Oh, come on, go crawling." I'm like, dude, guys, like, it's Ren Fair season. Like, I got all these other things. Like, you guys aren't the only group. Like, exchange each other's numbers. You guys can go out by yourselves. You don't need me to hold your hand.
right,
Um,
right.
you know, the group was designed that way, like, so I didn't have to constantly. But it seems like the last time I tried to do that, so nobody showed up. I tried to
Yeah.
put some charge of it that didn't work out. Like, I was just like, it is what it is. I'm a very like I have a lot of activities. I have to kind of balance. I can't. I want to go out. It doesn't mean I don't want to go out. It's just I don't necessarily have all the time every time. And I'm going to Farm Fest. That's like,
Correct.
you know,
Well, somebody came in. Hello. How are you? Welcome in.
greetings, and then they bounced. Greetings and salutations. They can still be there. Sometimes it doesn't show correct numbers. I don't understand
Yeah.
that.
Just say hello. It's easier. Whether they're there or not, I don't know.
Right. But yeah, I mean, just a lot of stuff going on with me these days, and some of it not for the better. Others is, but there's times I want to dial it back too.
Yes, I understand. You
Um,
know, I I I just hit my in February. I hit my 33 year of this hobby.
yeah,
It's been 33 years.
it's a long time, and
Hey, yes,
we go through ups and downs. I mean, if you remember last winter before, I said, dude, I'm going to be backing away from it for a while because I just need a break from it.
yeah, well, yeah, dude. Sometimes you gotta step back, and that's okay. Um,
It's like,
don't destroy something you enjoy. That'd be just silly.
well, that's the problem with the YouTube thing is that you take something that you really enjoy and it becomes a job. And then once it becomes a job, after a while, you start losing the fun part of it. When I built the executioner, it was fun. You know why it was fun? Because I had not built an RC in like a year.
Correct.
For that, I was constantly building and things. This is the executioner. In case you guys don't know, I'm running the new reef shocks. You know,
Oh, the
so
reef shop. How are those?
so far they seem to be doing the job. What I like about them is there's no E clips in them.
Yes, it runs a top nut, correct?
Yeah, yeah. So to me, that's like a deal maker in itself because I hate those pesky E clips.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, and this is probably the last crawler I'm going to be built. I built won't be building for a long time again. Number one,
Yep.
my situation. Number two, it took me a long time to even get the money to build this because these builds run into thousands of dollars. And people are like, "$1,000 for that?" Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, it gets expensive quick."
Correct.
Um,
I gotta look this up.
so when things get expensive quick like that, I can't afford to do that too often, and especially now where I'm not sure what's going on. I'm definitely not going to be building anymore.
Correct.
I might revamp some of my old stuff. Definitely want the sound unit and stuff into my 6x6 maximum overdrive.
Yep.
I'll do things maybe like that, but full on builds anymore, I'm done. The cost with
I have one more that I'm going. Well, that pro I'm doing, and this 6x6, and that is it.
Yep. I mean, if you guys look here, I'll show you what I have, but I'll show you. I mean, I'm not for without RCs, guys. Seriously, like I got drift cars, I got tanks, I got go fast cars, I got you saw the 6x6, you see the executioner, and if you look up here, like I have, I wouldn't say a massive collection, but I have a decent sized collection that I could pretty much any environment I can pretty much conquer, including boats. So the just depends on what I'm running. I mean, Black Beauty that doesn't get much wheel time. Like get to a certain point where it's like, okay, I don't really think there's any. So I have a variety
Cutting.
of what the weather is to choose from. Right. Oh, I now my battery's dying. What a wonderful thing. I just can't win here tonight. But hey, we've been streaming for an hour and a half. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I almost didn't even wasn't able to get on, so we're way ahead of the game as far as I'm concerned. All right,
Let's see.
those screws, that goes together. That goes in. Oh, there's no bearing. Oh, there's no bearing there.
We're winding down, guys. If you're watching, the thing says we're not. Nobody's watching, but I know there's probably still people out popping in and out.
Fuck.
My phone is just about dead. We're having heating issues. Things are overheating. Technical problems on our ends. We streamed for a pretty good amount of time, hour and 20 minutes. I personally have to be in Howington tomorrow morning, so I have that all day event to be at. That's a Renaissance Fair thing, and hopefully it'll help me clear my mental space.
Yeah.
You know, like we said, it's remember the people that gave up their lives to give us the rights that we have to be able to do things like play with RCs and film and play on YouTube and all the things that make America great.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever take that for granted. People have died so we can do the things we love. No matter how hard things get, especially for your boy here, like I'm going through some stuff in my head. I really just don't. I'm backed in a corner, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what my decision would be. I think my end decision will end up being that I'm gonna end up in Tennessee, and I'm gonna have to sell everything I own.
Yeah.
And I just, it's not a decision I'm doing very lightly. But I do love my uncle, and I don't want him going down there alone.
Correct.
And he's in his 60s, and he's a heavy set guy that needs me. So unless I figure out something else some other way, that's probably how things are gonna go.
Right. Oh.
I'm not sure, but once I get my head cleared and able to think straight, I'm still trying to catch up to the information being dropped on me.
Yeah, it got dumped in your lap, huh?
Yeah.
I gotta grab a part. I'm listening. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta turn my fan on. I am overheated.
Yeah. No. It's humid. It's humid. It's grossly humid out right now.
And I can't have that air
Hi.
conditioner. The air conditioner's too loud, and it's making my head pound and my nose red.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
You know,
Saw the drift track.
how's the drift track?
I saw your drift track. It looked like you were driving on it, or was that somebody else's?
No, it was somebody else's.
Ah,
No, that wasn't somebody else's. I was driving on top of was it green? That was
I
the
think
pool.
so.
That was the pool cover. So we covered the pool. It's an in-ground pool. So I was bored. I was like, I wonder if I could drift on top of that. I was like, if that thing dies in the middle of there, that's where it's gonna stay. But yeah, no, my track is not up and running yet. And I don't know if I'm gonna finish that project either due to the fact of what's going on.
Oh man.
There's so many things I had in the works, like to get sideswiped. It's like, but what's the point of me doing it if within 6 months I'm not going to be here? It's going to take me 3 months.
Here's the thing: to rent an apartment in Connecticut, you're going to be anywhere from probably $950 to $2,000. That's a fucking mortgage, and maybe you could work out a deal. I just don't want to get into detail. Maybe you could. Oh, he wants to sell it. He wants the funding to purchase the other house, so you would have to get a mortgage.
Yeah,
you could go to a credit union to get
$400,000 mortgage.
Oh, yeah, that's
on a $28,000 income a year job.
No, yeah, I forgot that that property. Yeah.
This property,
that's not even an option.
No,
unfortunately. Wow,
no.
that reality just hit me on that. I didn't even think about that. I was trying not to bring that monetary into it, but I was like, wait a minute, why can't you just get a first-time home buyer through a credit union and get like a 7% rate or whatever, and you only have to put, well, on 250, or I think you got to put 7 or 10 grand down.
Yeah, I don't even have that.
So 400. Oh boy, yeah, that'll be like a $2,500 to $2,800 mortgage.
Yeah, right now my bank account is like $300, and that's all I got right now. That's where I'm at.
I mean, you could be in my position.
Yeah,
Had three grand stolen from me. Still haven't had it refunded, and I just received information that in 2022, 2022, tail end of 23, 24, and 25, my identity has been stolen. Medical records, social, all my information, my whole identity.
yeah, it's not
And
nothing's in the
there,
ideal situation. Like
there's hard credit inquiries. It looks like they actually got approved for like a $10,000 thing, and they're saying I'm liable for it. And I'm like, no, I am not.
maybe
They seized my bank account. Oh yeah, I can't hear you. Nope, you're totally frozen. Damn. Come on, come back. Come on. Welcome in. We're having a little technical difficulties. We're having several topics. Doing RC stuff, men's mental health, men's struggles, whatnot. It's a broad topic.
I'm still here. I'm still here. I just got back in. I had to reboot. Yeah. And I was hearing gunshots when I came out of there. I was like, what the hell they're shooting at this time?
That's what I was jumped up 3 times because it's the town over.
It's good.
It's summertime. That's normal around here, but the normal is not the normal at this point. It's beyond that.
Right. No, someone playing with
broad
fireworks.
Broad daylight, that kind of thing happens around here, but it's to the extent of they're just willy-nilly just opening. They had 1,000 police markers in the street, 1,000 of
That's
what
crazy.
they were photographing. Now that's not normal. That's insane.
Not normal at all. I'm still here. I'm just shutting up outside. Sad day and age when you have to lock everything up again when you are going back to the main house.
Yeah. Planetary wise, the reason we're having a lot of communication problems and whatnot, well, one reason is some ships moved, and we're just not going to talk about that. You know what I'm referring to. Some ships are moving. And the other thing is the sun. We are experiencing and seeing things not quite like we've seen in our lifetime, and there's some solar flares. In 1759 or 1859, when they were using the telegraph system, there was such an extreme solar flare that it wiped out the whole grid. That was the last known recording that I could research and find. And we're actually beyond those numbers of what they had. And that took out the telegraph. Now we have better operating systems, but yeah. But the reason I'm saying this, so if your appetite, headache, you're feeling off, drained, not sleeping, agitated,
Right.
it could be, that could be part of it too. I understand you have a lot going on. Pop. Oh, I wish we could bring him in. He's my brother. Oh, he's a great guy.
Yeah, but we're at the tail end of this because my phone is just dying.
I'm just glad he showed up. Fantastic guy.
Yeah, that is pretty much all the news on my end. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's sort of a bombshell. It's sort of like okay, that's all I can say. I'm so used to getting slammed with stuff that are life altering and changing that it's like, oh, okay, that
Can you
happened.
see us? Yeah, I see you down there, brother. I mean, my eyes are open. They probably don't look it, but they are.
Can you say
I can't.
hi? Yeah, sure. Pop up, saying hi. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. We
I
are actually ending.
yeah. I know you don't do the TT. I believe he. Do you do the Instagram
Me? No,
or no? Okay.
no.
I think he may
I'm
have a
just
YouTube channel.
strictly on YouTube. The other than my normal Facebook page, but even that's getting kind of annoying. I do mostly just YouTube, and even that's hit and miss. Like one week I streamed every single day, and this week I think is the first time I streamed. But normally I stream Saturday mornings, but that ain't happening. That's someplace to be.
I'm like struggling here. What is going on? All right, little buried.
If I didn't show you, this is the stand that holds the executioner. You can't just put it on any truck stand. It has its own stand because the skid is such a weird design that you have to have a stand for the executioner.
Oh, weird how you found this. Well, maybe because I sent it to our group. I didn't plan on coming here. You reached out to me, and I met Roughneck Mike at a hobby shop about 3-4 years ago, and we've had many trail adventures and builds together, and a lot of journeys and destinations and climbs and builds and knowledge passed, and a great community. And he's we've been in tough spots, and I was, what did I need? You needed a motor, and I needed something of importance. You gave me a couple different things. That
Yeah,
hobby went into idea.
we traded back and forth for some stuff.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but it was like a really good deal. Oh, the ESC.
Yeah,
I was down on my Rustler for 2 years, and he happened to have a brand new one sitting on the shelf, and it, like literally brand new, seal not even broken, uh, and other things too. And he's just he really helped me in a time of need, and it was great.
yeah, that's what the community's for, man. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes we buy stuff and we don't quite know what we're doing with it. We throw it on the shelf for a future build or something, and we never use it. And then
Oh, man.
a friend in need, it's like, well, hey, dude, I got this. Do you have this? Let's just exchange it. Don't need to do money. What the heck?
I have stuff I can't even give away to people. Like I got to the point I tried selling some stuff, like brand new stuff pulled out, like brushed ESCs, XL5 HVs with 550 motor. I can't even give it away at this point. I tried selling it for like stupid price, like ridiculous. And then somebody else like, dude, just come here and pick it up. Well, I live too far away. I said, just pay for shipping.
Right.
I'll bless you. Just take it, please. No. I'm like, what is good? What is like some guys run that's an $80 fucking $80 ES or $69 or $70 ESC and $25 or $27. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
for $10 in shipping, come on.
Well, it's just like the executioner. Another buddy of mine, I was he popped in on one of my streams and I was saying, I don't know when I'm gonna run it. I was like, I need a radio. I'm not taking anything out of my other trucks. You know me. I like separate radios for all my trucks. Um, Lots of reasons. Some of you people might disagree with that, but that's just my preference.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't. I have their 124th. You can't use that because of the way that the receiver, and would that work or no? I have
Well, the story is like just like I helped you out with the ESE. He's like, dude, I have this old radio sitting on my shelf. He's like, you can borrow it until you get one. And
Yeah, see, you
that's
don't like your. You have a Fly Sky. If it were me, I would just buy another and just put it on the one that you run your Vanquish.
no, I don't want to do that
I
because
know
if
you don't, and I can't figure out why. Because you're never going to run the Vanquish and the thing at the same time. and you don't let people drive your shit anymore because they get ridiculous with it. You've let me that time. I got to use the rugged. Oh man, I was so nervous, but it was so beautiful. I might have be the only. Am I the only one that ever drove your pro flip nose big block build? I forget what you call her. What do you call her?
Black Beauty.
Black Beauty.
Black Beauty.
Has anyone
Yeah,
else ever driven that?
No, nobody else has driven that truck. But I don't take that truck out that much anymore.
I know.
People want me to. That's a well-known truck, and
I know.
everyone's like, "Oh, when are you gonna take that out?" I was like,
It's just
once a year. That's a once a year truck because that's another one of those builds. Like if I wreck it, then I have to fix it, and it's just too many 3D printed parts on it that could crack.
puppers.
You hear my dog?
Yeah.
My dog is mad at me because I'm not paying attention. Yeah, so it is just a matter of I try to drive that truck once a year. It just depends on. I mean, not with all this rain. That's not a truck that sees mud or water.
Oh yeah, I made that mistake.
Yeah,
I took my axial cracking out, but it was because it was broken down, and I just threw the portals on it until they straightened it out. And it was right tail end of November when my brother was battling that sickness that he caught up in New York, that variant of pneumonia. He's still messed up from that. We did a Friday, Saturday, Sunday up in the Berkshires. Oh no, Mabel. It snowed and iced. Now, I'll tell you what. You know me. I was always a canyon trail guy. Like always.
right.
I've ran the Hyraxes, and they are good, but they're certain areas they're not for me. Maybe because mine weren't the right compound and they were very, very old. Now, these absolutely love, but they have some drawbacks. I had a brand new set of BF Good Wrench mud terrain, like G8 or Predator compound, but they were 4.375 or 4. They were too small for me. Now these are 4.6s. Now this is a stock Vanquish. It says 4.55, but it's almost the same height. Amazon rims,
Right.
stock foams. My rims are vented. I was going through mud, wet, algae rock, snow, and climbing on ice with the treads packed. And I had no brass on the vehicle at that point in time. What an amazing toy. And it's really nothing special. The only weird thing is I don't know if my rim is too wide or it's just a little like spongy right here. Like I don't know if the tire got stretched. Like I don't know. It's like the foam's not wide enough.
When we talk about tires, I like the megalithics, but
right. I traded for these, so that's
but the megalithics, they're a good tire. Don't get me wrong, and 98% of the time they will perform. But on a new truck, on the Executioner, I don't know if they're the right tire for that truck. There's certain rock that I've run across here because we're in New England. We have all sorts of kind of rock that it just didn't seem to be able to grab traction.
Really?
And the truck is more than capable of pulling those kind of climbs. And I watched it and I was like, well, there's nothing holding it up there. Why? It should just walk up that. And I was just like, and it's the right compound. I was like, maybe
That's a me too.
because there's a lot of weight in the front end of that, but it's not even a weight issue. I'm just thinking that they keep coming out with newer design tires, new.
Are they
You know,
scuffed in yet?
no, they're new, but
Okay,
still,
so
like they should have pulled. It wasn't anything.
yeah, I'm having a hard time with that one because the first time I took these out, I've only ran them maybe 2 or 3 times.
Right.
Absolutely phenomenal. Like I am mind blown. Like this is like D grade now that now if I cut and sipe these, they'll get much better. You know, uh, but wow, what a spectacular tire! And I learned too. Um, I can slay some lines now because these are so. These are so squishy that you can actually, as you're driving, if you watch the ripple in the tire, you know when you're biting and when you're not because you'll see it wad up a little bit. And I noticed that quite quickly. And then I also noticed, if you notice, a lot of times I had a habit. I used to try to overpower things. And then you told me, hey, low and slow, unless you're trying to bump up an undercut. When I first started, remember you were teaching me because I had a Blazer. It was all boat stock. I didn't know much. I didn't know shit. I was enjoying it, and you were giving me good input.
Well, it's just learning how to drive a crawler is its own thing. You can have the most capable crawler, and if the wrong driver has it, they ain't gonna make it do anything.
Right.
If you get so that you understand what the physics is when
Right.
you're driving a crawler, then
Right.
once you understand and grasp the basics, you can improve without any other direction, and it makes it more
Right.
fun. Then you understand what it's about. My battery is down to 5%. I got to cut this.
Okay.
But thanks for getting on stream with me. Thanks for talking. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Let's try to I'll try to see if I can make a crawl happen in July. I don't think I have too much going on. I do have to go to Maine on the 19th, but that's the only thing I have going on in July.
Yeah, I will there's no reason why I won't have 1 or 2 trucks done at that point.
Yeah, well, all my stuff is running, so it's just to be a matter of what I choose and how much rain and stuff. If it ends up being a dry summer, then I will take the executioner all day long.
Well, I'm having a problem. I've already been through 3 different guys, and this is now a 4th one. I can't find a quality SOA mount. These tabs keep snapping off. These dimensions are so sloppy. And to machine one, I could do it, but does anybody make a metal one?
I don't know if they do, but
There's got to be one. There's one on Amazon, but I don't know. It is aluminum, but I don't know.
I mean, I can mold and make it 2-part resin plastic, but you ain't gonna have it anytime soon. So
yeah, well, I'm going to run this, but it is what it is. But this one's lasted the longest because it's fully filled. The other ones were like an Eggo waffle. They were a honeycomb. They didn't solid fill them. I flipped out. All right, you got to get off. I'm going to keep talking.
yeah, I do.
I'm so excited to see
All
you.
right, guys, thank you for watching my stream. Thank you for joining me, and I love you all. God bless, and have a good night. I'll see you next time.
Stay up, stay blessed, and remember, always fun time to RC. Thank you for having me. RC Adventures, signing out.